This is my current project. It's a Ford V8 Flathead engine. The only concession being that the exhaust comes out the top of the block like a Cadillac, because in fabricating it from a solid block I couldn't get the exhaust out the side. It's made from 6061 aluminum. The water jacket areas have been machined out larger than the bore. When the iron liners are pressed in, that'll form the water jackets. It still needs the valve seats and valve guides. Other than that, all the machining is finished. This is the front of the block with the two openings for the water pumps. And you can see down into the jacket area. The crankshaft is made from 1144 stress-proof steel. It rides on bearing inserts and will be pressure fed with oil. This is the oil pan. It was also made from 6061 aluminum. All these parts are hand machined. There's no CNC work on any of them. The oil pan was a solid block, 4.5 inches long. It's machined for O-ring oil seals at both ends. The block still has the tool marks in it because it hasn't been hand finished yet. Here's the bell housing. All of the cuts you see were the second set of cuts. The first set were done at a higher level to form the two ribs that were present on the full-size casting. And then, using a rotary table, all of the contour was again cut by hand. The camshaft is W1 drill rod. The cam gear is 12L 14 mild steel, and the crank gear is brass, so I don't have two similar metals running together. The timing cover still needs the handwork to finish it. You can see the boss for the distributor, like the late model Flatheads. Externally, this engine will look like a Flathead, a Ford Flathead. Like I mentioned, the concession being that the exhaust will come out the top. The cylinder heads are made in two pieces to form the internal water jacket. The spark plugs holes are threaded 1032. The top side of the heads are finned like a high-performance head. The intake manifold was made from a solid piece of aluminum. It'll have dual carburetors. It's modeled after a dual plane manifold, but actually it's just a single plane. The runners were cut into the manifold, and then patch plates were made and pressed in place, and they will be soldered before it's finished up. The flywheel is finished. The connecting rods are made from 4140 heat treat. They too will have bronze bearing inserts and will be pressure fed. The water pumps the shaft rides on two stainless steel bearings, has a brass impeller, and all the internal pieces are stainless steel. These are the gears that drive the oil pump. On the right is the gear that's mounted on the camshaft, then the intermediate gear, then the gear that goes on the top of the oil pump. I cut all these gears with a homemade fixture using templates and homemade gear cutters. The pitch is 40 diametral pitch. The last piece I have done to date is the oil pump body.